Good morning, peoples. December 24th, Christmas Eve, aka Christmas Eve for me. Once again, 12 hours ahead. So you all, this is the night before Christmas. December 24th, faith. He's faith and hope is the whole chapter. But wow, you can see wisps of smoke coming off of my coffee. Yeah, it's 54 degrees, not as bad as 51 the other day, 12 degrees Celsius, 54 degrees Fahrenheit in Pi this morning. And somebody has broken out the heavy winter coat I bought for her last year because it was 60 degrees down in Pak Chung last January. So when I was back in the States, when I had first returned from Thailand at the end of November, she was complaining she was freezing cold at 60 degrees down in Pak Chung. Oh, by the way, it's 57 or 58 in Chiang Mai, so once again about 4 degrees warmer. And down at the beach, if we ever get to go there, we're waiting on an announcement from the Prime Minister of the Thai government whether they're going to shut down more provinces or not, to see if we can make our trip. But if we get down there, it's 74 degrees this morning. And that's weird with the coffee. I keep seeing wisps of smoke go through. It's 74 degrees in Bang Sane. So if we ever do get to the beach, hey, 74 degrees as opposed to 54, I'll take it. But somebody has broken out their winter coat and is sitting here for morning breakfast. Chai, sitting in her winter coat at breakfast. Because it's 54 degrees outside. Once again, inside, it's, I don't know. I probably should get a thermometer in here to see what it, I'm curious to know what it is in here, but it's not 54. I closed those other windows that had been open because it's been, so chilly in here in the morning. She's freezing her ass off. I'm in a t-shirt, but I'm just in shorts again today. I don't even have the long pants on. So I don't know, it's 60 something in here. Anyway, let's read what we have to learn about faith and hope on the 24th of December, which is tomorrow for y'all, this morning for me. Faith never diminishes through use, but it increases thereby. I thereby declare, thereby. Yeah, he definitely uses some words that are not in common usage anymore. Like your body and mind, your faith becomes stronger when you exercise it. The first time you take the leap of faith, and that's in the little quotation marks, take the leap of faith, you may be understandably apprehensive or scared. If you're scared, just say you're scared. Apprehensive. It is not easy to accept an abstract idea as fact or to attempt something when you're unsure of the outcome. When you apply your faith, however, you will find that if your cause is just, well, there you go. Now we're talking about superhero stuff. I'm all about that. And you have faith in God, in other people, and in yourself. You will achieve what you desire. You will experience moments of uncertainty when you're unsure of yourself and what action you should take. When you do, trust your instincts. It does not matter whether your intuition comes from infinite intelligence or whether it is the sum of your knowledge and experience. There you go. I can definitely relate to the second one more than the first. Your knowledge and experience all right, it's been PG so far. Let's make it not safe for kids. That's my favorite thing to mark on my videos when I upload them as not safe for kids. When you go to school of hard knocks, when you fuck up, when you make a mistake, when you screw up, you learn from it. You should learn from it and just don't do it again. That's where knowledge and experience come in. You learn things by doing things wrong. And some people can't handle that. They're too tender and delicate. Snowflake is the common term floating around. They don't have the intestinal fortitude, right, to handle criticism, failure, rejection, whatever. That's all part of life, guys, When I lived in California in the 80s, I dated, quote unquote, sometimes short term, some pretty hot women, and it was simply, and I know what I got here. I know I'm not George Clooney. I get it. but simply because I had the balls to ask them to dance and have a drink and blah, blah, blah. And rather than sit there and do nothing, they looked at me and they're like, he's maybe a 5 on a good day. But I was the only one with the balls. There was better looking guys, than me, richer guys, better looking, but they didn't have the balls to approach these women, right? I did. I didn't give a shit. They said no. I was at the same place I was when I walked in, alone. But most of the time they said yes, because nobody else asked. Nobody else had the balls. So knowledge and experience. Give it a shot. You fail. Okay. Pick yourself back up and go for it again. The important thing to remember is that the power is yours to be used. Yeah, there you go. I'm all about that. Like I said, I'm not religious. I haven't been to church in a very, very, very long time since I was young. Forced to go by my mom. And, I have a problem with organized religion, as I said. It's a money grab. The whole tithing and everything, the idea is good, but once again, so many ideas get screwed up once people get involved, right? Like communism and everything else we talked about, socialism. They might be great ideas, but they get fucked up when they get put into practice. And the reason is they're put into practice and governed by people. And people are weak and greedy and all that other stuff we talked about. So, that's knowledge and experience doing things wrong, not on purpose. Obviously, you're gonna take an educated guess, knowledge, take an educated guess. Sometimes you're gonna be wrong. Okay, it's not the end of the friggin' world. Just pick yourself back up, get back on the bicycle, and start pumping. You're gonna get to where you're going if you always get back on that bicycle. Kind of like the if you don't quit, you can't lose thing. If you always get back on the bicycle and keep heading in that path, and sometimes you're gonna go down the wrong path, right? Because you don't know yet. You don't have enough knowledge and experience to know what the right path is. There's a fork in the road. You take the left, you should have taken the right. Okay, get your ass on that bicycle, go back to the fork and go right this time. Life isn't over. You still got however many years left. Maybe, 20, maybe 77, something like that. That's around the average life expectancy for a guy, 73, 77. 2 heart attacks, cancer, blah, blah, blah. Who knows? Maybe 60 something. I don't know. But I still got some years left in me. It's never too late to get back on the bike and correct your course, right? I'm constantly correcting course every friggin' day here with COVID. It's a nasty curveball for a small business person. What's going on with the world and the governments right now. So anyway, we find out in a couple hours. Like I said, it's around 7:30, 8 o'clock now. We find out at 9:30 whether Thailand is going to lock down again and fuck up my plans to go down south and sit on the beach in 76 to 86 degree weather, tan my big fat whale body. Thai people are extremely modest, I think I've mentioned before, so the vast majority of the women wear shorts over underwear, shorts, and then layers of t-shirts. Like if they wear a swimsuit, they'll wear a shirt over top of it, so if it gets wet, you just see the swimsuit. They're very, very modest. In fact, one Thai lady, who I've mentioned before, the lady who worked for me, actually has a pool in her backyard, private swimming pool that belongs to her house that she lives in. She wears, I'm not going to mention her name, I don't want to embarrass her, but honest to God truth, a Thai lady living in America, you talk about getting Americanized, no, she hasn't. She wears a wetsuit, like you go diving in her own freaking pool in her backyard. You know who you are. I'm not gonna out you because you're a friend, but yeah, true story. She wears a freaking wetsuit. That's how modest Thai women are. So here, even in the 80-degree weather, the women are most of them are fully clothed. There's the younger set that's coming up that's kind of rejecting the old Thai ways, and they wear bathing suits, including bikinis, but they are definitely the exception to the rule. Any Thai woman over 30 is wearing layers at the beach in the water. Once again, if we get down there, if the powers that be allow us to take a trip, which that in itself is a really fucked up situation. I'll take some video on the beach and you can see not just the fat people. Because in America, the fat people cover up because they're ashamed of their blubber. Some don't, and you wish they would. I don't. I don't cover up. I let all that big giant belly flop out because I don't give a shit what people think, right? And some other fat people don't give a shit what people think. Women, men, they walk around, mostly guys. But here, even the skinny, good-looking people cover up because they're modest. They're very modest people. They're not sexual people like French or Italians or Greeks or anything like that. They're not. That's just not their culture. So that's it for today. Faith and hope, knowledge and experience, having faith in yourself. Keep trying. Don't give up. Persistence. Good stuff. We'll talk to you later. Well, by tomorrow, when I do this thing tomorrow morning, I'll either be in Chiang Mai or here. If you got the green screen, it means they shut the friggin' country down again. If I'm in a hotel in Chiang Mai, the adventure starts because we fly out tomorrow night, 5:30, 17:30.